Von Miller has said that he knew he would be a Denver Bronco when he met with Broncos general manager John Elway for 15 minutes at the 2011 NFL Scouting Combine. Miller's performance that week, still mind-boggling 7 years later, said plenty. But it was in that meeting that Miller said he knew where he was headed. He was right. In 2014, when the Broncos were just weeks removed from their Super Bowl 48 loss, more clues were dropped about the Broncos' draft intentions when Elway spoke of the value of athleticism and numbers in evaluating prospects at the Combine. That year he drafted cornerback Bradley Roby in the first round, one of the fastest players at the Combine and someone who would eventually become a key piece of Denver's remade defense. And in 2016, Elway continued to reveal more hints at the Combine when he spoke of Peyton Manning's impending decision to retire and Brock Osweiler's then uncertain future with the team. Elway would lose both quarterbacks a month later, and, after a failed attempt to acquire Colin Kaepernick, outbid the Cowboys to nab Paxton Lynch in the first round. While the NFL Scouting Combine has morphed into an annual spectacle for the league, with around-the-clock coverage and increased fanfare, it has been a constant for the Broncos' draft selections. Of the 54 players drafted by the Broncos since Elway joined the front office in 2011, 47 have been NFL Combine invites. I think with 15 minutes there are certain things that you can do. You can't hide. Elway said at the Combine in Indianapolis last year. You put a play up on the board and ask them to explain the play or put some tape up there and have them walk you through a play. You can generally find out how much they know about football. There is no question that they are prepared for everything. By the way, linebacker Corey Nelson, 2014. Nose tackle Darius Kilgo, quarterback Trevor Seaman, cornerback Torian Nixon and safety Josh Furman, all in 2015. Safety Will Parks, 2016, and quarterback Chad Kelly, 2017, are the only picks by Elway who were denied Combine invites. Ironic considering Elway skipped the Combine as a player back in 1983. When the Broncos return to the Combine this year, Feb. 27 March 5, they'll do so armed with a different perspective. They have more information, thanks to a week in mobile. In late January, the Broncos staff coached more than 50 draft prospects on the Senior Bowl's North team, including quarterbacks Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield. Unlike in years past, where their close-up with players entailed brief Combine interviews and pre-draft visits, the Broncos received hours of access to many players expected to participate in Indianapolis. They get to know the players. I think that is the biggest part of it. You get to spend time and spend a week with them. Usually you go to the Combine and you get 15 minutes with them. Pre-draft, we get 30 visits from young players, Elway said in mobile. This way we get to see 50 to 55 of them and be around them and coach them a little bit. It's a big plus to spend a week with them. With so much access in Alabama, the Broncos not only head to the Combine knowing more than most teams about some of the prospects, but they can also spread out their allotted 60 interviews among players they know less about. And those 15 minutes, while brief, can reveal much about players' readiness for the next level. The Broncos have numerous roster holes to fill after a 5-11 finish. And if history is a guide, they'll see most players of their future in Indianapolis. Who to watch? 5 prospects to keep an eye on in Indianapolis at the 2018 NFL Scouting Combine. Josh Rosen, QB, UCLA. The Broncos received an up-close look at quarterbacks Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield at the Senior Bowl. The Combine will provide a good look at Josh Rosen, the standout from UCLA who is regarded by many analysts to be the most starter-ready quarterback in the draft. Writing up the good and the bad with UCLA QB Josh Rosen. He's fearless in the middle of the field. For better or for worse. Results in some great throws and a few head-scratchers. This was excellent #FDraft pick. Twitter.com, GPDB Merples Steve Palazzolo. At PFF_Steve. February 12, 2018. Sam Darnold. QB. Southern California. Of the 4 QBs projected to go in the first round, most eyes may be on Darnold at the combine. He has the size, 6'4", 220 pounds, and arm strength, and has even drawn comparisons to Andrew Luck. But will his throwing motion and turnovers, 13 turnovers and 9 fumbles in 2017, turn away NFL teams? Your daily Sam Darnold training video. His throwing motion really does look so much more compact already. Pick. Twitter.com, BZ8X7Y13 Jordan Zerm. At CleveZerm. February 2, 2018. Quentin Nelson. G. Notre Dame. Though many analysts have the Broncos pegged to draft a quarterback in the first round, Denver's first move could surprise depending on who they land in free agency. If they get a high-priced veteran QB, they'll need to improve their offense line protect him. Nelson, a 6'5", 329-pound left guard, could be their answer. How about this for awareness from Notre Dame AUG Quentin Nelson, one of 5 best players in this draft. Pick. Twitter.com, JRX Lipney's Todd McShay. At McShay13. February 9, 2018. Minka Fitzpatrick. DB. Alabama. With Aqib Talib possibly on the outs in Denver, the Broncos will need depth in their secondary. Fitzpatrick could be their answer. With a versatility similar to Bradley Roby, he can play slot, outside, nickel linebacker and even safety. Fitzpatrick could be a key piece of the Broncos' remade defense for the near and long-term future. And remember, John Elway loves his defense. Watching Bama A&M tape. Check out DB Minka Fitzpatrick on this playcrossing route. Close on the ball. Pick. Twitter.com, KGK9N9GDEB Matt Bowen. At MattBowen41. February 6, 2018. Kalen Ballage. RB. Arizona State. The Colorado native impressed at the Senior Bowl, where he bulldozed defenders and took advantage of his 6'2", 227-pound frame. With an impressive showing at the combine, Ballage may skyrocket on draft boards.